What can secondary teachers learn from early years practice? Probably on the surface, it doesn't look like very much at all because they're so very, very different. But I think if you look at the principles that underpin all our work in early years, there's actually quite a lot that you can take from those. So we have 4 overarching principles in the early years foundation stage. And they come from the work that Dame Claire Tickell did, pulling a lot of the research and evidence together back in 2011 when the new curriculum was being written. So those 4 principles are that every child is unique, that children learn and develop in different ways and at different rates, that children learn well in enabling environments, and that positive relationships support children to learn. And I think if you take the word children out of those 4 principles and replace the word with people, then actually it applies regardless of age and stage, whether you're working with the elderly, whether you're working with adults, whether you're working with babies. People learn and develop in different ways at different rates. People learn and develop well in enabling environments. Every person is unique, and we all learn through positive relationships. I personally believe that if you get the relationships right, regardless of what job you do, that makes a difference. It's all about relationships, whatever you're doing. So we spend a lot of time in early years really fostering those strong bonds and relationships, not just with the children, but with their parents and caregivers as well. So it actually starts before children come to us at school or setting. We work really, really hard on developing that trust, bond and relationship. We have to remember that parents are handing over their most precious thing to us, and we have to respect that and show that we care for their children and want to nurture them and give them the best start we possibly can. So we spend a lot of time working on that transition. We spend a lot of time developing relationships, and that's an ongoing process. It's a process rather than an event. So throughout our time working in early years, that relationship is very much a partnership with parents. It underpins everything that we do. And through those really strong bonds and relationships, we can get to know that unique child and start to build on what they already know. So we don't look at things through a deficit in early years. We look very much at what does the child bring to us when they come. That every child will have unique interests, special skills, special talents. And our job is to nurture those and to get them to unfold. And we do that through those really great relationships that we have with the children. We talk about the environment being the 3rd teacher. So the parent is the child's first teacher. We are the teacher right now. And the 3rd teacher is our enabling environment. We put the environment together. We plan it really carefully. We choose our resources really carefully. And we arrange it in such a way that children can access it independently. They don't need an adult. They don't need to ask permission to go and fetch a ruler. They don't need to ask permission to go and get some cubes when they're working on their maths. They don't need permission to go and get a whiteboard and marker. They know where those things are. They know how to choose it, use it, put it away. And they know that they're expected to take care of it. So we flip the narrative on that, and we talk about the environment being the children's responsibility. It's the children's classroom, not the teachers. And they have to look after it. And even the youngest children can be taught how to do that with really great modelling. And what that does is it frees the teacher up to spend time having those conversations with children, to spend time developing those relationships with children so that you can recognise the uniqueness of the child and reflect that in your practice. So what you will see in early years is people responding to children's interests and developing the curriculum around that as well, so that we have the flexibility to be able to respond to the children and to say to the children, oh, we can see that you're engaged in this, so we're going to take that further. And that is the joy of being an early years practitioner. So I think we can learn a lot from each other. And I always talk about professional respect. I truly believe that we can learn a lot from secondary colleagues and vice versa.